let's talk about All Up in My Grill season 4. First of all,
Yeah,
congratulations
man.
on getting season 4.
Thank you. We're super excited about it, and yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's great. It's unconventional because I mean, this. There's a lot of food content out there that's competition based, which is great, and I love it. But these traditional cooking shows are you have to find them now. They aren't.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
I
just
miss
easy to
the
find because anywhere you stream for free, you can find All of My Girl on Tastemade starting next week.
love it. Yeah, I miss the dump and stir, which is why I love shows like this because, growing up, this is watching chefs like you is how I learned to not be scared in the kitchen. And I love that your show is like showing people not to be scared of the grill. So if you were to have one tip for beginners that it was like, don't be afraid of the grill and how to help them maybe get over that, what would you say?
It's something I'm doing now with my current setup in my grill is get a bus tub and put everything in the bus tub and get it out there to start.
Mhm.
They're running back and forth into the kitchen, into the wherever your stuff is. Um, it it's a chore. Once you're there cooking, like set yourself up. You know what I mean? Like have a landing. Like you need a landing spot. And like people don't talk about that. But like, okay, you have chicken or beef that's sitting in a plate marinating. When it's done cooking, where does it go? Get kind of like getting situated and have everything you need for that session's cooking is I think a really big part of growing outside.
Absolutely, and then that way you could just focus on cooking. You don't have to focus on those little things that might throw you off
Yeah.
and make you run around. So now coming into season 4, I know sometimes like season 4, what do we do now? So what can people expect from All Up in My Grill season 4?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of people in my DMs and people who watch the show, and it's amazing to like the reach of the show. But like, everyone was like, "Hey, I love the gas grill and I have one, but I am leveling up to a charcoal grill. I'm leveling up to a wood fired grill. Can you start implementing some of that into your seasons?" And we definitely jumped head into that. We kept it very um, international. I get inspired by travel and food, and with two kids, I haven't been able to travel as much, but I still get inspired by seeing people's travels in Japan and in China and in Thailand and Vietnam, and so we leaned heavy into that. It just takes a little bit of out of the box thinking and inspiration to kind of dig into your next barbecue, and you might have burgers, but you know like on this season, we put a Filipino spin on some of them. Because to be honest with you, like the novice now, even the novice cook is like, I have my neighbor over there, and he's not a cook and he's not a chef. He doesn't claim to be, but he's like, dude, I make a mean smash burger. And I'm like, I bet you do. Because, the information's out there. It's not like these trade secrets of like, how do you make an amazing smash burger? It's like, dude, just go on Instagram, go on the gram, and you'll see mad people doing it. And it's easy.
But that's because of people like you that have been here teaching everybody, and making it seem easy, like easier than it feels. Like sometimes you go into something like we've got 4th of July coming, right? And everyone's like, I want to do a barbecue. I need to figure out how to do this. So for you, what makes the best 4th of July barbecue, including the playlist? Because I feel like you got to have a good vibe.
Oh, first of all, I mean, playlist is it has to be on point, right? It has to. I mean, it's like dining in anywhere, right? It starts. You start chill and vibey, right? It starts with like some roots reggae, and when I talk about roots reggae, it's like I love like the like traditional reggae and like roots reggae, but like if you dig a little deeper and you find covers of that, like covers of you know Bob Marley, covers of interesting covers of Buju Banton.
Mhm.
That's when it starts to get fun and gets creative, right? And it's crescendo, right? It starts slow, then right around dinner time, you bring it up where everyone's got two cocktails in and they're vibing on the food, and then you bring it back down, and then you bring it back down, and then everybody got to go.
Get
Um,
out my house. You can't stay here.
but yeah, no, but like I also think that when you're planning a menu, it starts with inspiration, right? Like I love when I go into some place and like kind of having like all the I's are dotted and then the T's are crossed. Like that's cool. And like for me, like we might have like we're still deciding. It's my son's birthday on January 5th, so it's like, oh, we might have a barbecue, and I'm plan on doing like the barbecue greatest hits, except in my style, right? We're
Love
gonna do a
that.
brisket, but the brisket is gonna be the one that we did from season 3 or season 2, Vietnamese rubbed, with charred onions, charred ginger, cinnamon, clove, black peppercorns, and we're gonna cook it in a very Vietnamese style. And then instead of it being just on buns, we're gonna make, banh mi pickles and have that set out. We'll do a traditional pulled pork, but we're gonna do a char siu barbecue sauce, and pull from the old, probably season 1 of you know. So like, yeah, I'll have my spin on it, and we'll definitely do Korean barbecue and kind of let that be alone. But like, there's a theme, right? There's a thread running through this entire lunch or barbecue that I'm having.
Yeah, you're making me hungry. It all sounds
I'm
so
starving.
good. And I love that
I,
you're like, "I'm gonna do a greatest hits from" tell him happy birthday, because they can all watch different seasons of All Up in My Grill, find their favorite moments, and make it for their barbecue coming up, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, and that's what I love about these kind of shows is that you could always kind of reference it and go back and rewind. And nowadays it's like it's not even DVR, you're streaming it. So you just go back to season 1, and that's what's so cool about like kind of how you digest this, the programming that we're putting out. It's like there's always something. And Tastemade did that's great is they start putting QR codes to things that take you directly to that recipe.
That's
So
cool.
now people hit me up and are like, yo, how do you make that? You send me the recipe. I'm like, watch it again and hit the QR code, dude. Like I'm not like, you know what I mean? Like I don't need
Yeah,
to
it makes it
sit here on
easy.
Instagram and yeah, it's so easy. So like the show was made for you to like do this. I get inspired by that. I do. Like I watch, one of my favorite shows and still will always be like Cook's Country, Milk Street. Like those shows actually teach you how to do something.
Mhm.
And that's for me, it's like my Chicago style thin crust pizza dough recipe is from there. My scallion pancake recipe is from those shows. And I like stop, write down the recipe. I still am a guy that loves information, that is in search of this information and being inspired by these things. So
Same. That's why I love shows like All Up in My Grill, and I can't wait for season 4 to premiere, for everyone to be able to check it out and be inspired for this wonderful summer ahead of us. S
yeah,
Welcome. So tastemade.com, Tastemade app, where does everybody get to watch it? When does it come out?
literally anywhere you stream, anywhere you stream your shows for free, you'll find Taste Made. Um, and it is next Wednesday. I believe that's the third, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
next at 7 o'clock.
Awesome.
Is the for its premiere episode, and yeah, we're psyched, and we're hoping we get picked up for another season, and I hope everyone enjoys it. And it's prime grilling season now, and it's just if it could leave it with anybody, it's just get out and cook. I think that being outside with a cold beverage in your hand, surrounded by family and friends, it's like it just inspires you to do it more. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, it's not your normal and every day, but it's also an occasion, right? Like, why is Tuesday night dinner have to be, why can't that be an occasion to take the grill out? And then all of a sudden it's like, you know, you had a Tuesday night dinner that was like super chill, but now it's like, hey, even if you are doing just burgers and dogs, but it's like the smell of the smoke and you're outside with a cold beverage in your hand, and kids are running around the yard. It's like, man, that's what we waited all winter for, right? We waited
Exactly.
all winter for this. And now we have it and utilize it.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I hope everyone makes sure to check out All Up in My Grill season 4. See
Thank you.
you soon.
Cheers there.